Welcome to the T. Allen Haynes Radio Show. Conversations with elite business leaders from around the world. And now, here is your host, T. Allen Haynes.
Welcome back to the show. We've got a great guest for you today. We're talking with Dr. Paul S. Inselman, and he is a marketing and financial strategist who's considered to be one of the top business lead generators in the country. And you know, if you want more leads for your business, then I would highly suggest that you listen closely, because Paul always has money-making nuggets that he shares with many listeners, and my listeners included. He's the author of How to Create Financial Freedom Through Marketing Your Business, which can be found on Amazon. He's also the recipient of the Outstanding Coaches Award in 2014, 2015, and 2016, and 2017. He professionally strategizes and coaches with startup companies, small businesses, and Fortune 500 executives. His specialty is that he helps create millionaires. He's been quoted as saying, "If the business owner listens to me, I have never seen a business or a business person that I could not help grow." Paul is the real deal, folks, and it's always exciting to have him on the show. Paul, that's quite a resume, and welcome to the show.
Oh, thank you so much, Tracy. I really appreciate that. And, it's funny, as I'm looking at or listening to what you were saying, it's like, wow, it's crazy. It's been a long ride. It's been a great ride, and we've been helping lots and lots of people over the years. The new book that I just wrote, How to Create Financial Freedom Through Marketing Your Business, has been very, very well received on Amazon, and it's been a powerhouse. It will really help people learn to market their business more effectively.
Excellent. Well, quite impressive indeed. So let's get right into it. Paul, why do you have such a reputation of being a powerful lead generator?
Thank you for that compliment of having such a positive reputation. I really appreciate that, and that's something that's very important, and I'll throw that out to the listeners. At the end of the day, folks, that's all you have is your reputation. So it is vital that you nurture and protect that reputation with everything that you've got, because reputation is everything. And I think the reason why I have such a positive reputation is because I get asked to talk on great shows like yours. I'm asked to do lectures, all over the country. And the bottom line as to what has developed that reputation, Tracy, it's because of the great results that we get for our clients. You see, we help our clients generate more leads than they have ever had in their entire marketing career. You see, people are really sick and tired of spending time and money on AdWords and Facebook and print ads and radio and TV and just never getting a return as promised. And understand, I'm not knocking AdWords, Facebook, print ads. I use them all. It's just that people are frustrated that they never get a return. And what we do that's different is that we teach our clients how to get leads, but this is the really cool thing, without spending an additional dime from what they're doing. And I know it sounds crazy, and I know it sounds pie in the sky, but when you understand the concepts and the fundamentals of lead generation and marketing, seriously, Tracy, it becomes like child's play.
Well, that's amazing and very exciting for business owners. So your title of marketing and financial strategist is an interesting title. Can you describe for our audience what you do and how you do it?
Yeah, absolutely. What we do is we analyze local and global markets, and we notice trends. We then teach our clients how to create a market-dominating position. And we couple that with the use of the conversion equation, which is to interrupt, engage, educate, and offer. And then what we do with our clients is we create custom-created goals and custom-created plans that are going to get them from point A to point Z. We get on the phone each week or a couple of times a week with our clients, whatever is needed, and we basically help them to deploy their plan. We hold them accountable to doing the things that they say that they're going to do. And like you said earlier in the broadcast, we help to create millionaires. This year alone, or actually this quarter alone, we have 3 or 4 that have converted to millionaire status. And it's something that's exciting because when you give somebody financial freedom and you couple that with freedom of time, in other words, time to enjoy their money, time to enjoy their family, I'll tell you, man, there's no greater feeling on the planet for me.
Yes, that is an awesome feeling. So congratulations on that.
Thank you.
But you're welcome. I think every business owner wakes up every morning and wants more leads. I mean, can you share with our audience how they can improve their present marketing efforts to get more leads?
Absolutely. Every business owner out there right now, ask this: why should somebody give you their hard-earned money? What makes you so special that somebody would want to go to you instead of to your competitor? So if you're a dentist and Mr. and Mrs. potential patient is driving down Main Street and they see dentist A, dentist B, and dentist C, why should they go to your office? If you're a lawyer or a chiropractor or an accountant, the same thing. If you're a plumber, an electrician, or any other tradesman, the same question. Why should somebody go to you? If you're stumped and you can't answer that question, that's a problem, and it has to be corrected. The way we correct it is we help our clients to determine what their market-dominating position is. And if you have a market-dominating position, Tracy, you never, ever have to compete on price again. Never. And let me give you an example. I'm an apple vendor, and I have apples for sale. And I have red, delicious apples for sale, and you touch them and you feel them, and they feel identical. You smell them, they smell identical, and they have a deep red color. The apple on the left is 50 cents, and the apple on the right is $1. Based on the information that I just gave, if I ask somebody which would they buy, the answer logically is the 50-cent one. It's not a trick question. And the reason why is because we would be insane to spend more money based on the information I just gave. And I, myself included, I would buy that 50-cent one also. But now I'm going to give you more information. The apple on the right, that's an organically grown apple. And not only is it organically grown, but we grow it in super soil, which boosts the vitamin A and the vitamin C content 1,000 times. In addition to that, we triple wash them in an organic solvent to take off all the residue. So when I ask people, which would you buy now, obviously the dollar one. Now understand, not everybody wants an organic apple, and that's okay. It's not for everybody, but most people will want the organic apple because, quite frankly, it's better, it's healthier, and it's safer for you, and they're more than willing to pay $1, 2 times as much as the standard apple. That is an example of market-dominating position. That organic apple will fetch more money. It never has to compete on price, and more people will want it than not, and you've now increased your profits and you've increased your position in the community. Let's translate that to the dentist, to the chiropractor, to the plumber, to the lawyer, the accountant. When somebody's going down Main Street, what's going to make them say, that's an organic apple instead of a regular apple? What makes that chiropractor stand out? What makes that dentist stand out? That's how we help our businesses get more leads, by first creating that market-dominating position. The next thing that we do is we use that conversion equation, which is interrupt. Interrupt is your headline. Then engage. Engage is the subheadline. Then we educate people. We educate them on why your market-dominating position is better than everybody else. It positions you to be the best. And then a compelling offer. So let me give you an example. Why would somebody want to use me for my services? And the answer is simple. I'm not going to give you platitudes of telling you how great I am. I'm going to prove to you why we are different and, in my opinion, better than our competitors. And the reason is because we have a full-line academy that teaches all of these things that we're talking about in a video format. Number two, I have 32 years of business experience, and I'm still in business, and I know how to grow businesses because this is what we do. The next thing that makes us different is that we are accessible virtually 24/7. And you can compare this with anybody else out there that does, lead generation and business coaching, and you will find that our resume and our skills and our ability to be contacted, it far exceeds others. Now, you can believe it or not, it doesn't matter. You're not in our world and you haven't experienced it yet, but the fact that we have these programs, that separates us, and that's what creates our market-dominating position. Does that make sense, Tracy?
I mean, that's a great explanation of that, and I appreciate you sharing that with us. Business owners get bombarded daily with, you got to do Facebook ads, you got to do Instagram, you got to do YouTube. What do you think is the best marketing medium to use for a small business owner?
It's funny. I am asked that question almost every single day. Hey, Paul, what's the best thing to do? And my answer is, think of marketing like dating. You want to go on a date. What's the best way to go on a date? Do you go out to dinner? Do you go to the movies? Do you go for a quiet walk on the beach? What do? They all work, every single one, because certain people may want to walk on the beach instead of go to the movies. Other people may want a fine meal instead of eating at home. My point is, Facebook, it's awesome. AdWords, it's awesome. Print ads, they're awesome. Radio, TV, check, awesome. Postcards, check, awesome. Valpak, check, awesome. They're all awesome. My point is, it's not the medium. It is two things. Number one, the market-dominating position, and then the message that you're going to deploy. And the other thing that separates us is that we use strategic-based marketing. And this is not just a buzzword. This is a reality. You see, most people use what are called tactical-based marketing methods or single-step marketing. What that does is it tries to jump a person from point A to point Z. Let me give you an example. Somebody wakes up today and they've had back pain for 20 years, and they just don't want to deal with it anymore. They didn't wake up today saying, I'm going to get rid of my back pain. I'm going to call Dr. Joe Smith, chiropractor, or Dr. Tim, physical therapist, or go to an orthopedist. They didn't say that. What they said is, I'm getting rid of my back pain today. They're not ready to call that specific doctor. So if that specific doctor is advertising a free exam or a free consultation, they don't want to talk to that person at that point in time. What they woke up really saying is that they want to research it. They don't know who they want to go to. You see, everybody has a conversation. Every prospect has a conversation that's going on in their head. And it can be distilled into two things. One, they have something they don't want, and two, they want something they don't have. So in this example, the person that's waking up with back pain, they have back pain, they don't want that. And they want something they don't have. They want to be able to play golf. But at this juncture, at this very morning when they woke up, they don't know if they want a chiropractor, an orthopedist, a massage therapist, an acupuncturist, or any other discipline. So now they're going to scour the internet, or they're going to scour Facebook, or they're going to scour AdWords, hitting Google, or they're going to look in their Valpak, and they're going to look for different disciplines, and what they're looking for at that point in time is information. So the reason why I say that all of the mediums are fantastic is because they all work. The whole idea, Tracy, is you have to craft the message based on that market-dominating position, and you have to create strategy. Now, the difference between strategy and tactical-based marketing is strategy will shepherd or walk a person from point A to point B to point Z when they're ready to buy. What it takes into account is that people buy at different times. In other words, most people are future buyers. Then they become soon-to-be buyers, and then fewer than 1% of the population are now buyers. A now buyer is somebody who's hungry, wants pizza. They go onto the internet, they find a coupon, boom, I buy pizza. A now buyer is somebody who broke down at 11 p.m. on the side of the road. They're not looking for a coupon for $10 off their next towing service. They're looking for who gives 24/7 service. This is an emergency, boom. So my point is that you have to understand that people are in different parts of the buying cycle. They may be a future buyer, a soon-to-be, or a now buyer. Strategy allows you to shepherd that person wherever they are, step by step, until they're ready to buy from you. So to recap, in my opinion, all of the mediums are phenomenal. You have to use them in the right time, but more importantly is you have to craft the right message. And this is why I made that big, bold statement earlier, that we are able to help our clients achieve more leads than they ever dreamed possible without spending an additional dime. It's because 99% of people out there have learned about marketing, but everything they learned is wrong. So what we do is we simply teach them the right way of doing it, and then we go in and we correct their website. We go in and we correct their AdWords. We go in and we correct their Facebook. So they're not spending an additional dime. They're just creating that market-dominating position using the conversion equation and changing the verbiage properly, and then all of a sudden, like magic, they start to get a huge return. And that's what's exciting to me.
Excellent. Well, I'm sure the listeners on the edge of their seats right now, what would be the best way for them to contact you, and how can they do that?
There are a couple of websites that they can go to. The first is www.academyofcreativemarketing.com, academyofcreativemarketing.com, and that's all one word. They can also go to www.creativecoachingllc.net, creativecoachingllc.net. Or if they want to call us, we work internationally. We just got our first client from Dubai, which is pretty cool. They can reach us at 1-888-201-0567. And I learned something interesting. If somebody is listening in Dubai and wants to reach me, you can't call me through the phones, and you can't use Skype. You have to use an app called Bottom, and that's how we converse with people from Dubai. They've outlawed Skype there and all that neat stuff. We also offer some free webinars on how you can get more leads than you can humanly handle. And if you go to, or if you email me, I can give you that schedule. And these webinars are really, really, in my opinion, really powerful, very educational. And my email address is drinsellman@creativecoachingllc.net. That's DRINSELMAN @creativecoachingllc.net.
All this information will be down below in the show description. So, Doctor, it's always a pleasure. You're doing great things for small businesses, so thank you for being on the show.
Tracy, I always love coming on your show. Your audience is terrific. I appreciate the time that we spend together, and you keep up the great work that you're doing, informing the public out there of great services.
Well, awesome. Thank you very much. So there you have it for this edition of the show. We'll see you the next time.
Thanks for listening to the T. Allen Haynes Radio Show with T. Allen Haynes. Conversations with elite business leaders from around the world. We will see you next time on the T. Allen Haynes Radio Show.